How's it going, Hotstreak users? I'm Sportsbydustin, and today I'm going to be going over the MLB Hotstreak slate for Friday, July 29th. But before we get into the video, if you guys aren't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and do that now. Like this video because it really does help us out. Also, join the Discord for Hotstreak. We're trying to build the community up there, and it's a lot of fun connecting with you guys and giving out any other plays I find that aren't in this video that you see today. And then also, look at these live plays that we can do right now on Hotstreak. So this is something that I keep in mind when I'm looking at the MLB Live in-game props, in-play props. Is okay. So it's the bottom of the 8th inning right now in the Cubs versus San Francisco game. We know in the 9th inning, San Francisco is going to bring out their closer, who typically closers are shut down, right? So that's something I look for in these live plays. So if that's the case, I'm going to be looking at the Cubs lineup to get some outs, so we can choose for them to get hits or specific outs, but I like this any out prop. So I could pick, just for two of them, let's go ahead and do Contreras and Happ, which, I'm probably going to leave Contreras, actually. I think he's one of the better hitters in the lineup. Let's go ahead and do Happ and Suzuki to get out. So both of them to get out. We'll take off Contreras. And then we need one person from the other side of the game or any other games or props just to match it. We can't have just one team. We have to have multiple players from different teams. So let's go with Joey Bart, who hasn't been too hot lately. We're gonna say he's gonna get out too. So we don't think anybody's getting a hit. We think that these are shut down pitchers coming in, and there's gonna be no hits allowed. So we would place this 10 to win 23-42. If we got a little wilder with it, say we thought Suzuki was going to get a hit, the payout would increase by more. But just some insight of how I look at these plays. Like, I'm like, oh, closers coming in, usually shut down. Just depends at where they're at in the lineup. Be smart about these plays, but man, it's so much fun to do. So make sure you guys are taking advantage of the live in-play props. But let's go ahead and get into my favorite plays for the slate on the 29th, Friday the 29th. So only the strikeout props are posted right now, but I'm posting this video because I found 3 that I really love. You guys know I always give out 3 plays. We're actually coming off a clean sweep from Thursday the 28th, so let's go ahead and keep the train going. So if you guys steal those, awesome. But let's go. So my first play is actually going to be Kyle Wright over 4.5 strikeouts. Kyle Wright has hit this number in 13 of 19 games. He's going up against Arizona, who as of late, the last 30 days, isn't K'ing all that much to right-handed pitchers, but he's getting about a K per inning, and he's been going into about 90-plus pitches going into the 6th, 7th inning in almost every single ball game. That's good to see. His last time out versus this Arizona team, he had 5 Ks, so he did go over this prop. I would think this prop would probably be like 5.5, but we're getting it at 4.5, so let's take advantage of it. We know he's already did it once against this Arizona team. He's coming off a game with 8 Ks. In these few games where he's missed recently, he's really got to 4 Ks. So we just needed that one extra K, that one extra called strike from that ump. But I like him to go over this prop. But then these next 2 props, I really like. Look at that. Right on cue. The rest of the props got added to the slate. So make sure you guys check those out as well, because I'm sure there's some hidden gems in there. I'll be looking after this video to see what else I can scout out and find. But my next 2 plays, I like, let's see, Garrett Cole under 8.5 strikeouts. Now you're like, man, you're going to take an unders prop on Garrett Cole's strikeouts? 8.5. I truly think this is too high. So he's hit this number in only 9 of 20 games, so less than 50% on the season. The one game versus Kansas City, he didn't hit this prop. He only had 6, so he was 3 strikeouts shy. Kansas City's about middle of the road and striking out against right-handed pitchers. But what I find interesting is that here, so this is a new feature that Props.cash added. So if we look here, Kansas City in the last 30 games has not struck out to a starting pitcher 9 times at all. So in the last 30 games, no games against starting pitchers have they struck out 9+ times. So if we look down, we have to go to the 31st game, 31 games ago against Shohei Ohtani. They struck out 13 times. So no pitchers in this whole list. There's some good guys in there. Scooble, some good guys in there that have not took this team past 8.5 strikeouts. So even though he's Garrett Cole, Kansas City's not striking out all that much. My only concern is they did just trade Benintendi to the Yankees, so he's a better hitter that wasn't striking out as much. So now they're going to have somebody else in there that might, K at a higher percentage. Got to be wary of that, but I still like him to go under this prop. It is always scary betting against Garrett Cole, though. But then we're going to take another's under prop, guys. Shane Bieber, 8.5. We're going to go under Shane Bieber, 8.5 strikeouts. Now, if we look here, he's going up against Tampa Bay, who has been K'ing a lot against right-handed pitchers, right? Now, we look at Shane Bieber. He's only gone over 8.5, 3 out of 18 games this season, which is not a lot. No matter the teams he's faced, how much they strike out, blah. He's going up against Tampa Bay, who does strike out a lot. But if we look here, much like what we just witnessed with Kansas City, Tampa Bay has only been K'd more than 8.5 times against starting pitchers twice in the last 25 games, coming against Brady Singer and then way deep down Brandon Woodruff. So I think with that being said, no matter who the pitcher was in between there, besides two of them, they didn't get past this number. And quite honestly, Shane Bieber hasn't passed this number in much of his games this season. So I just really like this prop. Shane Bieber's getting into like the 6th, 7th inning typically. So hopefully he gets pulled a little early. Maybe they jump on him. That's what we're hoping for always when we're taking under props. But just to recap, my favorite plays: Kyle Wright over 4.5 strikeouts, Garrett Cole under 8.5 strikeouts, Shane Bieber under 8.5 strikeouts. As always, if you like these, tail them. If you don't like them, don't tail them. Do your own research. And I just like to show you guys what I like and what I'm seeing on the board. So if you guys like these, like I said, play them. But that's it for the video. If you guys like this video, go ahead and like it now. And subscribe to the channel. Have fun playing on Hotstreak.